I get the great honor of introducing to you our expert for today's roundtable, an amazing Leadership Global member, Jennifer Tamborski. Jennifer is a seasoned digital marketing strategist specializing in empowering business owners with innovative marketing and tailored digital strategies. She understands the challenges entrepreneurs face. She's got over a decade of agency experience, and she particularly works with those striving to reach the $250,000 mark and beyond. Jennifer focuses on providing actionable insights and guidance to help businesses surpass their goals and scale their business without overstretching their resources. She is the go-to partner for turning big dreams into tangible realities. Please welcome Jennifer Tamborski.
Hey there, everyone. Thanks so much for the introduction, Colleen, and thanks for having me. I'm super excited about today's talk. We were talking about marketing blunders today, and technology sometimes is, what technology is. So we're going to hope that technology cooperates with us today. I've already had some technology glitches this morning, and we get to recover and move on. So I want to take a second and just reintroduce myself. I love the bio that Colleen talks about, but I am here as your digital marketing strategist, and I'm also happen to be an NLP master coach. And what that really means is that I understand how people think, and more importantly, how to communicate with them, which in marketing is essential, because the one thing that I know is that oftentimes people assume communication happens, and it does not. For over a decade, I have been immersed in this world of digital marketing. I've been helping business owners like you not just participate, but really stand out in their business. Today's training, Marketing Blunders, that almost every business owner makes and how to fix them, is all about turning the oopses into aha moments. We're going to dive into the common pitfalls that trap the most savvy of entrepreneurs, and most importantly, how you can pivot towards more effective, impactful strategies. My goal is to empower you to really get out there confidently and to create those dreams in your business that you have. So let me start by sharing a quick story. Not too terribly long ago, I was working with a client who was incredibly passionate about their business. They had an amazing service that truly did deserve the spotlight. They were making waves in their industry. And yet, despite all their efforts, they just weren't seeing the results, the scaling in their business that they were looking for. The question became why? When we started looking at their marketing, we discovered that they had inadvertently fallen into that common trap of pouring money into broad, unfocused ad campaigns, website and content development without a clear strategy or understanding of their target market. It was kind of like filling a bucket with a hole in it. And here's the kicker. This isn't rare. In fact, about 50% of small business owners don't have a defined digital marketing strategy, which means they're navigating the marketing world without a map. And I don't know about you, but if I don't have my GPS when I'm going where I don't know where I'm going, I will be lost. So I also want to make sure that we create a space here that if you have made one of these mistakes, you don't feel bad about it. This is a safe space. This is a no judgment zone. We have all faced challenges. We have all made decisions that in hindsight might not have been the best decisions. But what sets successful entrepreneurs apart from everyone else is their willingness to learn, adapt, and grow from the experiences that they have. So today's discussion is all about that growth. It's about turning what not to do into what to do next. We're going to tackle those common blunders head on, understand why they happen, and more importantly, learn how to pivot effectively. I love to make these as interactive as possible. And while I am not great at watching the chat, Colleen is. So if you have questions, please pop them in the chat. At the end of the presentation, I will be happy to dive into any questions that you might have. So let's start with the most important and often overlooked part of your marketing. This is an area where many really well-intentioned entrepreneurs find themselves stumbling through, or worse, ignoring completely. And that's your strategy. There are two main huge pitfalls here. Having no strategy at all, or sticking with a strategy that's just not working. There are huge consequences behind not having a strategy. Imagine for a moment that we go on a trip, just like that GPS I was talking about, without a compass or a map. The question is where would you end up? Probably not where you intended. In the marketing world, not having a strategy is pretty much the same thing. It's trying to navigate a world that you may not understand without a clear plan, without direction. It leaves your efforts scattered, oftentimes wastes your resources, and likely leaves your goals just out of reach. Without a strategy, you're essentially gambling with your marketing budget and hoping that something sticks. I am sure that all of you have heard that, spaghetti against the wall kind of mantra. It is accurate. You are literally throwing money out the window if you don't have a strategy that you're following. Now, part 2 of this is an ineffective strategy. Oftentimes, business owners will get emotionally attached to a specific marketing strategy. And because they get emotionally attached, they stick with a strategy that maybe not yielding results for them. I have had a client in the past that did just that. She loved working with specific audience. Her audience was her passion to help people just getting started out in the business world. Here was the problem. Her audience took sometimes up to 2 years to buy. And while her price point was high ticket, a 2-year sales process is going to make growing your business difficult. So what we ended up doing for her was reassessing the audience. Looking at what it was, the pieces that she loved to work with these people, and helping to transition those pieces, specifics, into people who actually were buyers. Dialing into an ineffective strategy, it's like following a map that leads you in a circle. It's frustrating, it's counterproductive, and quite frankly, it's the definition of insanity. It's something that I had to talk to this client about. If you are trying to do the same thing over and over again and you're expecting different results, that is the definition of insanity. If your current strategy isn't moving you closer to your goals, it is time for a change. It is time for a pivot, which is what I did with this client. We developed a new audience, which took her business to $1 million within 1 year. That's the power of having a really, really effective strategy. And it is why regular reviews of your strategies are so critical. Checking periodically to really understand on a numbers level, not an emotional level, whether or not your strategy is effective is going to help you course correct. Sometimes it's a minor course correction, sometimes it's a major one, but those reviews are essential to really help you grow your business in the direction that you're wanting to go. When it comes to strategy, it also is connected to the timing. Specifically, those critical timing errors that many business owners make in their marketing. These includes things like not marketing fast enough, stopping activity too soon, or changing a strategy that's working because you don't understand it's working. All of these things can really help to deter the actual success of your marketing. One of the biggest missteps that I see when I talk to entrepreneurs about marketing is this idea that once I hit a certain number in revenue, then I'm going to start marketing my business. But the critical question becomes, how do you expect to reach those numbers if no one knows you exist? And that is exactly what marketing does. The waiting until you've hit 2,000 a month, 5,000 a month, 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month, whatever that number in your head is that you have to wait for, is going to delay your growth. It's going to keep you from making those waves in your industry that you're looking to. Waiting to market until you reach a certain revenue threshold or the perfect funnel or the perfect website or whatever that thing is that you're waiting for, it might seem cautious and it might seem financially prudent because you don't feel ready, but it actually hampers your ability to achieve that revenue goal that you're looking for. So start your marketing efforts immediately out the gate. Build awareness, attract customers, establish a strong foothold in your marketing as soon as you open your business. Marketing when you don't need to is the best time to market because it's going to fill up your pipeline long term. The next section is timing errors, which is stopping marketing activities too soon. I get it. In this day and age, we live in a really fast-paced world. We expect our, Uber Eats to deliver within 30 minutes. We expect, Facebook to pop up something on our screen. It is a never-ending idea of everything happens immediately. And, as a marketer, I'm also aware that we have about 2.3 seconds of attention span of keeping someone in your world. That being said, marketing is a marathon. It's not a sprint. It requires patience. It requires persistence. It's about really understanding those small tweaks we can make in order to make what you're doing work. Just about the time you're getting tired of your campaign or you feel like it's not working, that's when generally your prospects are starting to take notice. It's when things start to actually bear fruit. In all honesty, most marketing, not all, but most marketing takes a 3 to 6 month cycle to really start producing those results that we're looking for. And when you give up too soon, it's kind of like planting a seed in your garden and then digging it up a few days later to see if it's grown. It's just not going to be effective. You need to give your marketing campaigns time to mature, to resonate with your audience, to make small tweaks, to start delivering the results that you're looking for. Being persistent with your marketing allows for your brand to be recognized, to be built over time. Just last month, I was talking to a client who was just onboarding with me. One of the things that she recognized when she started was that she had seen me all over the place. She couldn't remember exactly where she had seen me, but she knew she had seen my marketing. in the past. So if my marketing was landing with her, she felt comfortable with the idea that I could help her reach the same. That's the kind of things that happen when you are out there and when you are consistently marketing your business. On the flip side, timing error in changing a strategy that's working well, we're often tempted to think if I change it up, maybe I can get better results. The reality is that, have you ever heard the term throwing the baby out with the bathwater? That's what happens when you start all over with your marketing or with a campaign. Most likely your marketing needs minor tweaks, little things that you can do. Maybe it's the headline on your landing page. Maybe it's small tweaks in your messaging. Maybe it's just you getting out there more. There are a lot of small things you can do within one strategy that will make it more effective. So when we are aware of when something is working and we double down on what's working or make minor changes to what's not, it really helps us to make genuine changes in our business. These decisions should be data-driven, not based on a hunch or impatience or, that feeling that you've got. If your strategy is consistently meeting or exceeding your goals, double down on it. Don't completely overhaul it. And if it's not, that's the time to assess what isn't working so that you can make those small adjustments and pivots within your business. Effective marketing is about more than timing. It's about really creating something in your world that brings in those clients on overhaul. So one of the things that you can do to assess your marketing is ask yourself a couple of questions. Do your marketing efforts align with your business objectives? If they don't, it's time to start pivoting. What has changed in your business or your target audience? If you feel like your marketing isn't effective, step back for a second and look to see if there has been a change. Maybe it's a change in the economy. Maybe it's a change in the audience itself or the business environment, or maybe it was a change in your message that you didn't realize you made. Are there newer tools or platforms that could get you out in front of more people, that could get engagement going? Maybe your audience isn't on Facebook. Maybe they're on LinkedIn. Maybe they're on neither. Maybe they're on YouTube. Maybe they're not on social media at all, and you get to figure out a different way to reach them. These are the questions that we ask when we're looking at your marketing. And also, the key thing is, what are the results of your current strategy? What can be improved and what needs to be tossed aside? These questions can really help you make those small adjustments. Maybe tweaking your social media approach, or refining your SEO keywords, or adding ads, or shifting your content strategy. All of these things help you to remain flexible and responsive when it comes to your marketing. Having a solid digital marketing strategy isn't just beneficial, it is essential for the success of your business. It's about making informed, strategic decisions that drive your business goals forward. The importance of being seen. Have you ever felt like you're a best kept secret? I often correlate this to being in entrepreneur witness protection program, where nobody knows who you are or what you do. Sure, I am positive you are amazing at what you do. But if you're not at the top of mind of your ideal clients, unfortunately, it doesn't matter how awesome you are. And here's the thing, you can't control many elements of the buying process, but what you can control is your visibility. That is an essential piece of your marketing. The hard truth is you won't sell if you don't market. And experts, coaches, service providers are known by the people they want to serve, not by accident, but through deliberate, consistent marketing efforts. Marketing isn't just a part of your business strategy, it's a way of really growing. It is an essential piece to your overall business. And also keep in mind that your ideal client won't be offended by your marketing if it's done well. I often think that's one of those fears. Visibility is about being top of mind for your audience. It's a critical piece because you can't control when people decide to buy, but you can control how often they see, how often they think about you, how often they think about the problem that they want solved. I get it. A lot of visibility revolves around fear. Imposter syndrome, the fear of you're not good enough to market aggressively, or that someone else, comparing yourself to someone else, and having that fear behind, they do it better. Here's the reality. You're here because you have something valuable to offer, which means that that's just your itty bitty shitty committee in the back of your brain telling you lies. Imposter syndrome, if we look at it from, well, I had a friend tell me once, her view of imposter syndrome is the person she wants to be. So she feels like she's not that person yet. But the reality is we're all the persons we're meant to be. And while we can continue to learn and grow, imposter syndrome should definitely should not keep us from getting out there in front of them. Then there's this uncertainty that business owners often feel. They're not sure what to do first, what they're marketing, what they should say, what their message is, sometimes not even really clear about who their audience is. The thing about being uncertain is that it's a learning curve. That's not a stop sign. These are all things that you can fix, and it's about time to pay attention to them so that you can make adjustments and make those fixes. And the last piece in marketing visibility is that inconsistency, because inconsistency can kill your brand's credibility. Your marketing efforts need a consistent look, feel. They need to be consistent, your messaging across the board. You want to make sure that every piece of your marketing is linked back to your primary offer. That is what's going to help you build the trust of your audience. One of the most critical steps to really improving visibility is maintaining a consistent look and feel. It helps to build recognition, and it helps you connect at a deeper level. So, some tips for really improving your online presence. Engage on your social media regularly. Post content that adds value, and also content that promotes. It is a balance between the two. There should be each, because if you're not selling, if all you're doing is providing valuable content and you don't actually ask for the sale or offer a way to buy from you, people don't know you're actually selling anything. They just think you're being nice to provide them content. Also, make sure that you're engaging with your audience, that you're replying to comments, that you're participating in community discussions, that you're really connecting with your audience through social media. I will also say social media is where we start conversations often see it and how many people see it, which then creates a disconnect between you and your audience. You're better able.
Looks like we're having a little bit of internet issues. So yeah, we'll wait. Hey, Jennifer, you're skipping a bunch. Do you want to try turning camera off and seeing if we can't get a better signal that way? Don't you love it when people freeze in such a cool pose? Isn't that amazing? She's frozen, like looking so sweet on my side. I hope it's the same way on your screen as well. All right. So who's the next marketing expert in this room, right? No. We'll wait for a minute and see if we can get Jennifer back and pause for just a moment here.
There we go. Yep.
Oh, yay. And then we lost her. All right. Well, we'll take a moment. I'm sure she'll be jumping back into the room here in a second.
Yep. I did say technology was not my friend already this morning, right?
Love it. Perfect case example.
Some days technology is your best friend and some days they aren't. I am hopeful. I'm not sure how much you actually heard, and I'm still in the visibility section. So one more tip that I wanted to give you around visibility is paid traffic. When done correctly, paid ads can boost your visibility quickly, effectively, and inexpensively. There is no need to pour a ton of money in paid ads around your visibility. That being said, spending a couple bucks a day can really grow your audience if that's something you're interested in. Remember that being visible isn't about being everywhere all the time. It's about being visible in the right places at the right time to the right people. So let's pull you out of Marketing Witness Protection Program and put you in the spotlight where you belong. This next section is one of the things that people hate the most. And that, my friends, is your numbers. One of the most critical aspects of marketing that is often overlooked is tracking your marketing's performance. Monitoring your marketing statistics and results isn't just helpful, it is absolutely essential to really understand what works, what doesn't, and how to improve it. Tracking your performance helps you see the direct impact of your marketing efforts. And this feedback loop allows you to then make data-driven decisions rather than relying on feelings and guesswork. So whether your campaign flops or it soars, knowing why enables you to replicate the success or avoid repeating the mistakes. Now, I know people ask all the time, what do I use to track my performance? Things like Google Analytics can really help you to understand the progress on your website, where people are coming from, how many people land there, what are they doing, when do they bounce? Those kind of things can help you understand the effectiveness of your website itself. Then you have social media analytics. Every platform, every one of them, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, all of them have analytic tools in the back end that helps you measure what your rates are, what your reach is, your overall performance of your posts and your ads. These are essential to really understanding what's going on in your social media world. And then you have your email software. I hope that you're using some type of email software to consistently connect with your audience. And if you're not, that's a different discussion. But your email software like ActiveCampaign or Constant Contact or Infusionsoft, they will give you open rates, click-through rates, conversion rates of your email campaigns. And this data is really crucial to help refine your email marketing strategy. Really understanding your data, coming at it from a data-driven perspective, will help you to make those small pivots and those small adjustments rather than assuming that your marketing isn't working. I really cannot stress enough the importance of avoiding flying blind in your marketing efforts. Tracking your performance will equip you with the knowledge to not just justify your marketing spend, but also to increase its effectiveness, which is what we're all looking for to begin with. It's about being smarter with your marketing, not just working harder. Our next marketing space is really trying to be everything in your business. In the entrepreneurial world, there is a really strong temptation to wear all the hats. And when we first start our business, sometimes it's necessary. When we try to do everything ourselves, including our marketing, I get the instinct of it. You really want to maintain control or save money. However, attempting to DIY every aspect of your business, especially your marketing, can actually be counterproductive. I said in a podcast interview the other day, the reality is I'm not going to hire my CPA to do brain surgery on me. That's because we all have our gifts, our thing that we are the best at. And that is what we need to focus on. One of the biggest challenges my clients often face is just the unknown. Oftentimes, they don't know what they don't know. So attempting to manage every aspect of their business is like shooting blindfold. While they might hit something, it's very unlikely to be the intended target. And sometimes it can be a scatter shot, which means we don't know what actually was working. You also have a very limited perspective when you are trying to handle everything solo. You miss out on different perspectives that could really help to change your marketing strategy. You're really confined to your own skills, your own knowledge, which no matter how substantial, unless you spend your life in marketing, and oftentimes, even if you do, can always benefit from external insights and expertise. One of my clients right now actually spent decades in the marketing field. Her business isn't about marketing. And what she learned is that she's incapable of creating her own marketing strategy because she is too close to her business. It's why she hired me to have someone look at it from an outside perspective and help her work through the complexities that are marketing. Also, marketing is dynamic and it can be complex depending on what you're doing. It is continually evolving with new technologies and new strategies. Without specialized knowledge and up-to-date skills, it's really easy to fall behind. I've seen so many business owners using strategies that are 5, 10, 15 years old that may not be effective today. Some of them might be, but it really sometimes does take a different outside perspective. And then there's the idea of trying to manage every aspect of our business and our marketing ourselves. It can be overwhelming and inefficient, and it can quickly lead to burnout, which will reduce your effectiveness and the overall productivity of your business itself. Really recognizing these challenges and understanding the limitations of DIY approach to business can help you make informed decisions about when to seek help, when to integrate other people's perspectives, and when to update your strategy. It also enhances the marketing efforts and supports that sustainable growth of your business, which is what we are looking for. Every one of my clients is looking to sustainably grow a business that lets them also live their life. And oftentimes when we try to do everything, that's when the business tends to eat our lives. I've been there. I know the feeling. Initially, taking that DIY approach to marketing, it might appear cost effective as a way to conserve resources by not investing in external expertise or tools that you might need. And this perspective can be misleading because it doesn't account for the long-term implications of an inefficient strategy. Over time, DIY marketing can prove to be far more expensive than you anticipated, costing your business substantially in the terms of missed opportunity, slow growth, and the time that you've invested in it. Let's be honest here. Our most valuable asset and resource in our business is time itself. So when you handle your marketing on your own without the necessary expertise, you can really make decisions based on trial and error rather than an informed strategy. And that can lead for you to spend money on ineffective advertising, poor targeted campaigns, and investments that don't align with your business needs. Each of these missteps, while individually could be small, can really accumulate over time. Inefficient marketing stunts the growth of your business. So, looking to outside resources to help you get there is going to be a faster way. Ultimately, while DIY marketing can seem like cost-saving measures, the long-term inefficiencies, lost opportunities, and time it takes to create can be more detrimental to your business than the financial health. Our last topic today is the space where a lot of businesses overlook the most, and that is your budgeting. Because we all have budgets. Managing your marketing budget effectively is crucial for any business owner looking to grow. It's not just about how much you spend. It's about where you spend it, how you spend it. It's about wisely spending it. I want to start this conversation with an overall idea of the budget yourself. I think most often people are confused about how much they should spend towards their marketing. If you look at a business plan, we all know there are specific categories within your business, and each category should have a percentage of your overall revenue dedicated to it. So I'm going to throw out some numbers here for you. If you got a pen, write this down. If you are looking at breaking down your business into where your revenue should be spent or attributed to, 5 to 15% of your revenue should be your profit. If you aren't at least at a 5% profit margin, you're not profitable yet. Doesn't mean you won't get there, but you're not profitable yet. Cost of goods sold is 25%. This, my friends, are things like subcontractors or people that you need or materials if you're creating things. Operation costs, 10% of your revenue. Operation costs are things like your subscriptions and your networking costs and those overall arching things in the background that are required in order to run your business. Sales and marketing is 10 to 30%. 10% if you're just wanting to coast by, up to 30% if you're wanting to scale. That is where your budget needs to be. And your salary, which is what you pay yourself, should be a minimum of 30 to 40%. So I always like to break this down into realistic numbers. I also like round numbers because math. So if you are making 100K in revenue in your business, you're looking at 5 to 15,000 in profit. $25,000 for your cost of goods sold, so materials or operations or materials or contractors, those types of things. $10,000 on operations, those back end things. $5,000 to $30,000 on marketing and sales, and $30,000 to $40,000 on salary. Now the ranges are because it depends on what your goal is for that year. You may decrease your salary to increase your marketing to scale. Like that is the way we get to work with these budgets. So step one is to understand your budget, is to really look at where you are, what your goals are, and what you are spending to really understand if you're in the right ballpark for your marketing budget. If you are in that 100K mark of business, or if you're shooting for it, there are some key areas that you want to focus on when it comes to your marketing budget. Things like effective marketing to attract new clients and retain existing ones. Look at allocating your funds to develop a strong brand identity and implementing marketing strategies that really resonate with your ideal targets. They might be things like SEO, social media advertising, funnels, or content creations like blogs and case studies and videos, podcasts. Or maybe it's enhancing your website because you are on an Etsy store and you're looking to create a better user experience and better conversion rates. Another piece that you want to look at investing in it is your automation tools. These can help streamline various aspects of your business, including things like scheduling and relationship management, invoicing, following up. Investing in a really good CRM software can help you create interactions with your clients, keep track of leads, sales, customer communication, and ultimately increase the conversion rates and customer satisfaction. Another area is professional development and training. If you're looking to DIY, at least take a course or 12 or 100 or however many courses you want to take in order to update your skills and knowledge about the industry trends and marketing best practices. If you want help along the way and you're looking to invest in professional consulting services or agencies that can help you stay competitive and help you make informed decisions about your business growth strategy. And then there's your customer experience. Really investing in improving the customer experience can lead to higher customer retention rates and also referrals, which is critical for a sustainable business. It is so much easier to sell a current client to the next level than it is to bring on a new client that has never heard from you before. It is easier and less expensive. So it might involve things like upgrading your business's online presence or improving the system of how people book appointments with you or buy from you. Or if you have a course in enhancing those delivery services to make it smoother and more efficient. Those are the kind of things that make that customer experience want to come back over and over again. So as we wrap up today's session, I want to take a quick summary of some of the key points. We started really by identifying those typical blunders, like the lack of visibility, your strategic plan shortcomings, timing errors, tracking, and going it alone. Recognizing these pitfalls is really the first step to avoiding them. Also, really, I cannot emphasize enough the need for a strategic approach and consistency in your marketing. Regularly reviewing your marketing strategies and making adjustments along the way are critical to staying relevant and effective. And then budget wisely. Make sure you know where your money is going so that you can remove the pieces that are ineffective in spending or hiring agencies prematurely or whatever you might be doing to spend money in your business and it's not being effective. And then double down on the things that are working. Reallocating your budget to focus more on what truly drives results is essential for maximizing your ROI. I want to encourage all of you to take these insights back to your business. Start by conducting an audit of your current marketing strategies and tools and overall systems. Identify the areas that you might be overspending or underspending or just not thinking about. And look at how you can really make changes and pivots and also a plan to regularly maintain that performance. Each of these elements really play a crucial role in not just avoiding common pitfalls, also in crafting marketing strategies that are robust, responsive, and results-oriented. My gift to you. Sometimes being deeply involved in your own business can make it difficult to see things clearly. It's like trying to read a label from the inside of a bottle. You know there's valuable content there, but you're just too close to see it clearly. This is a common marketing mistake and exactly what we've been discussing today. So I'm offering you a free 30-minute strategy call where we can look at your marketing and help you to determine what needs to be done first or next. So head over to virtualmarketingexpert.com/grow-me to schedule your call.